I had cancer twice. I had anaplastic large cell lymphoma, first in 2011, and I was in remission for 2 years up until I hit survivorship clinic, and they told me I unfortunately had a relapse. So they went forth and set up a bone marrow transplant. And August of my junior year, I had my transplant done, and now I'm here. I always went through life thinking that I'm never gonna get something as severe like this. I'm not gonna be one of those people that's gonna be diagnosed. I never thought of living through a hard disease like that. And when I got diagnosed, it hit me, and it hit me hard, that this is gonna be a reality. And it was like, is this a dream? And I started tearing up, and I just couldn't handle it. I wanted to get out of the room, and I just wanted to go away. I just didn't want that day to have happened. So as soon as we left, we were talking, and my parents, they calmed me down, and they helped me realize that, okay, it's a treatment. It's like going to get a shot or something. You go through it, and then once you reach that deadline, you're done. So I held that, and of course I was still sad, but I just had that in the back of my mind, and I was like, all right, we can do it. Let's go, Brandon. Come on. And then we went to the hospital.
When I first met Brandon, I found out that he was still going through radiation treatments from having lymphoma. And I was amazed because he never once complained on the marching band field. He never once asked for an exception, asked to sit out, asked to do anything, even though he was experiencing nausea and those symptoms while he was marching in the 100-degree Tennessee heat. So he's just always been that individual who doesn't let anything beat him or get him down. And I think that he's so strong mentally.
He sort of epitomizes what we want in perseverance in a student. He's going to persevere, he's going to work through it, he's going to overcome challenges and adversity. He doesn't let anything stand in his way. I mean, he's just not going to. You can't tell him no.
You know, with Brandon, it's really quite amazing because he just, it's just life for him. He has his priorities, and he knows what he expects out of himself, and he knows what he needs to do to be successful in life. And I think that a lot of people, like you said, would be able to say, I've defeated cancer, I went through treatments, and that's good enough for me. But that's not who Brandon is. I mean, Brandon is a student that is always pushing to be the best that he can be, and he doesn't use the fact that he's missed, in the past 5 years, basically 2.5 years of school as an excuse. That's not an excuse for him. He's just always striving to be the best, and it's really a charming quality of his.
I've always felt that pushing society's limits or just average level of living is a priority that everyone should hold, to be unique and help everyone around you in just some manner. Ever since I was young, my family members was like, if you got $1 million, what would you do? And I've always responded with, I want to help people. I want to give to the poor. I want to help feed the hungry. I went in a children's hospital, so I was around that all the time, and it just made it worse that it was children, seeing all these happy faces and everything. Even though they were happy, I didn't like to see them in this setting. So I want to go to college and further my education so that I can study medicine and help make a change.
Anytime you have a student who pushes through some kind of challenge in order to excel, it makes you so proud as an educator.
There's no doubt he's going to be someone who's going to make an impact on the world. I think he's made an impact on a lot of people's lives in this school. I know he's had an impact on me. One email in particular I remember he sent me just made me, I was having a rough day, and he just said, hey, you're one of my best teachers, favorite teachers, whatever. It was a little deeper than that, but it just picked me up and gave me direction for that tough day, because sometimes teaching's hard, and when you get a little day like that and the right thing comes through and you realize you make a difference, you make an impact, and it just rejuvenates you. So I'll never forget that.
Brandon is the type of kid that I think that he would want us to use this as a way to inspire other students to be successful. Because we have students that have gone through treatments like Brandon has in the past. We have students at this school and many of our other schools that have really tough home lives, and I think that for the students to understand that you can persevere, and you don't need to use that as an excuse to be successful at school, because, you know, Brandon's an example of somebody that, you know, he persevered through what many people, you know, would just be happy to get through, and he used that as fuel to make him more successful. And I think that's a story that can resonate with people, you know, with whatever problems that you might be struggling through, you know, as you go through high school and middle school and even into the adult life.
Just like the teachers here, which I can go through all of them and just tell you how much that they supported me throughout the years, motivated me. My positive attitude was more, I could keep it up with knowing that they were still there thinking about me and that I wasn't forgotten or anything. Being sad or negative or just depressed is not going to help. You'd rather take away from this experience and be fighting through the end and just be happy, and because that's what we're meant to do, be happy individuals and just spread that positivity throughout.